All right, now it's time for Coffee Shop Q&A. Coffee Shop Q&A is a segment where we dive right into mentorship, either with a guest interview, a topic I've been thinking about lately that I want to share with you, or responding to your questions. If you want me to answer a question on the show, you know how to reach me. That's jprice@jumpstart-hr.com, or tweet me, DM me, Joey V. Price on Twitter or Instagram. So by the time that you're listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, or wait, I should say show, watching or listening to this show, I will have spoken at the University of Maryland for a group of dental students that are interested in entrepreneurship. And they asked me to speak about how to develop an entrepreneurship mindset. Now, if I can be honest, I don't know that there's one singular mindset for entrepreneurs, because it's like why anyone does anything else. There are many different motivating factors. There are many different reasons why people do things. However, if I were to reflect on my own journey, if I were to reflect on some of the things that I've studied, if I were to reflect on just conversations with friends that are also entrepreneurs and what helps make them successful, I have found that there are 4 things that you must pay attention to. You must pay attention to these things if you want to, first of all, become a successful entrepreneur. If you want to just one day wake up and call yourself an entrepreneur, you can do that. It requires no discipline. It requires nothing. You can just go out, buy a website, buy a domain, tell people you're in business, and boom, you're an entrepreneur. However, if you want to succeed, take it from me. I've been in business for 9 years. I've seen companies come. I've seen companies go. I've seen companies, older people start a business, drain their 401k, and have nothing to show for it. I've seen young professionals skip college and pursue entrepreneurship and not have vision and direction in their life for how they should, the kind of vision and direction that you need in order to be successful. And I've seen them flail out and be disappointed. So really, even though there are different reasons and motivating factors for people to become entrepreneurs, the truth is there are common threads for successful people. So I want to share with you those 4 things that I have in mind that I shared with the group at University of Maryland. And so the first thing that you need to have, and you can write these down because it's an acronym. So mindset is an acronym. So MIND. There are 4 things. M, you need to have a mission to pursue. This is the first thing because you need to be able to answer, why are you in business? Why did you decide to do this versus any other thing? Why are you throwing your time and talent and other investment, which we'll get into later, but why are you choosing to do this above every other thing that you could be doing in life? So you need to have a mission to pursue. And so if you're listening to this or watching this and you're unsure of what mission to have, there are 3 basic missions that each entrepreneur sets out to accomplish. Now, you don't have to do all 3, but usually successful entrepreneurs are doing at least one of these things. So as an entrepreneur, you are solving problems, providing pleasure, or making others profitable. So you're solving problems, as in someone's got a toothache and you've built a dental practice that can eliminate toothaches. You're providing pleasure. Let's say you have created a experience or a trip or an event or a club or a lounge or a restaurant that people enjoy. They take their time and invest in your organization because you bring them pleasure. Or you make people profitable. So that's like a marketing company or an HR company where, because people work with you, they're able to accelerate their vision and make more money. You become a banker, you become a wealth coach, you become a finance coach. You make people profitable because they spend $1,000 with you to make $2,000, to make $3,000, to make $40,000. But they know that because they're investing in your services or your product, they're going to become more profitable. So you've got to have a mission to pursue. You've got to solve problems, provide pleasure, or make others profitable. And this is the most important thing, because people get into business because of selfish reasons. And if you get into business for selfish reasons, it will show. If you're in business because you want more time in your day, because you want to make, lots of money, or you want to, you just got tired of your 9 to 5 and you didn't want to, have a boss anymore. Those are okay reasons, but they can't be your primary reason. You have to have a mission to pursue. The next thing you need to have is an investment to make. So once you have a mission, you have to figure out what you're going to do to accelerate that mission, to move further, faster, and to get over and around roadblocks that may have stopped other people. So there are 3 types of investments that you can make. You make time investments, which means you're studying, you're looking at your industry, you're working, you're spending the time to invest in your business. Another investment you're making is money. After you have completed a sale, do you take that money and you spend it on a trip? Or do you take some of that money and you invest in hiring a team, or upgrading your software, upgrading your systems, and making your business better and more sustainable for the long haul? And then another not so advertised investment that you can make is in relationships. That's business partners, that's customers, that's prospective customers. What are you doing to help make your name and your brand be a lot, be likable? There's an old adage that says people have to know you, like you, try you, and then buy you. So many entrepreneurs rush to that buy phase that they don't realize that people have to know who you are first, and they have to like you. And that's done through investing in relationships. The next thing is you've got your mission, you've got investments, and then you have to realize there's always newness to discover. Now, I say newness because it fits the acronym, but really, this could be innovation, but newness to discover. You must understand that your business needs to always evolve, and you need to push yourself to be open to new learning. When I started my business back in 2011, there was no way that I could have foreseen that I'd be doing the things that I'm doing now. A lot of my core business is the same. Yes, helping companies with handbooks, helping them with recruiting, helping them with difficult HR problems. But the reality is the way that that's done is has evolved. It's evolved into video coaching. It's evolved into webinars and podcasts, and it's evolved into partnerships with different organizations that help our business reach that goal. And so you've got to be able to innovate, be adaptive, be flexible. There's a story of Kodak and how Kodak they had an opportunity to create the kind of technology that we see in our smartphones, the camera technology that we see. But Kodak was so invested and rooted in doing things the old way that they never realized that the world around them was changing, and so they got left behind. And while people may buy Kodak film still, people don't often buy film cameras. It's all digital these days. It's all in your phone, in your camera, your digital camera, things that take batteries, and they just got left behind. So you always have to know that there's newness to discover, and you have to push your business to innovate and do things in a new and better way. And the last thing, which is very important, you need to bookend things. What's the most important, and then what's the second most important. Make sure those things are like at the beginning and the end. But it's discipline through it all. You have to have discipline through it all. You will not be able to lead others until you are able to lead yourself. And the truth is, if you want to go into business and you want to be successful, you have to realize that your dream and your mission is going to take more resources than you personally have, more time than you personally have, more skill than you personally have, more ability than you personally have, more money than you personally have, more time than you personally have. I probably said time already, but it's just going to take more. And so the way that people are attracted to your mission and the way that they figure out if you're somebody that can be followed is with your discipline. And discipline just means how committed are you to staying on task, moving towards executing on deliverables, and are you able to do that over and over again so that it's not just a one and done or a momentary thing. You've got to have discipline through it all. So that's how you have an entrepreneurship mindset. Let me know if you thought that these were helpful. And thanks for tuning in to the Business Life with Coffee show. And I will see you next week.